Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science and IT Gate Coaching. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the instant notification of my free lecture. Now in today's lecture we are going to see find first and last, find first and last position, find first and last position of an element in a sorted array. So you have to find the first and last position of an element. You have to find first and last position of an element in a sorted array. Now tell me what is going to be the time complexity of that. First you try, then I will go ahead, because see, these kind of questions they are going to ask. It is your gate previous year. This is going to be used in your gate previous year question as well as in your campus interview, both in service based as well as in product based. Okay, so the question is find first and last position of an element. So you have to find the first and last position of an element in a sorted array. So in a sorted array you have to find the first and last position of an array. Now how you can find it, what comes in your mind. Okay, क्या दिमाग में आ रहा है आपका, कैसे आप पता कर सकते हैं पहला और लास्ट पोजीशन को? How you can find first and last position of an element in a sorted array? Let me explain the problem, what that problem is. See, the problem statement is given a sorted array given a sorted array with given a sorted array with possibly duplicate with possibly duplicate elements. The task is to find indexes of first and last occurrences of an element. So I am giving the name of that element is x, of an element x in the given array. So if you're done with the writing, then you can let me know. Okay, so it is asking find the first and last position of an element in a sorted array. So in the sorted array you have to find the first and last position of an element in a sorted. Means the problem statement is given a sorted array, they will give you one sorted array there with possibly duplicate elements. So in there you are going to have the duplicate elements also. The task is to find the index of first and the last occurrence of an element x. So what is the first occurrence of the element x and the last occurrence of that element x in the given array? Okay, in the given array. Now I will take one example and then see, first you people try. Okay, so I am giving an example, and with that example, I will try to make you understand. So the array is this. Array is containing 1, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 67, 127, 123, then 125. Okay, and the element you need to find is here is 5. Okay, index starts with 0. Index start with 0. Okay, index is going to start, so this is going to be 0 index, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So you have to find the first index of the 5 element 5. So first index is going to your 5 and last is going to your first index is going to be 2. Okay, first index is going to be your 2 and last index is going to your 5. Okay, so first occurrence, so this is the first occurrence, you can say that first occurrence of 5, and this is the last occurrence This is the last occurrence. Okay. So 2, this is 2, this is 5. Now you try to apply. So now I will give another input, then you give me what is going to be the first occurrence and last occurrence. So is it done? Are you done with the writing? Because of that only I have taught you binary search earlier, because I have told you that you can apply, you can modify the binary search in many algorithm, so that will going to reduce your time. I will use the simple method, that is by using linear search, that one by one I will go, one by one I will go. So for that I will just give the algorithm. So I'm not going to do the implementation of that, but for binary search I will give you the algorithm as well as the implementation. Okay, or directly I will give you the implementation. Yeah, Abhishek. So now I'm going to take the next input. Okay, next input. So take next input and next input. This time I have modified the slide so that it look interesting for you people. How is it looking? The PPT I have modified. Is it fine? 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 5. X equal to 5. Sorry, x equal to 7. So 7 you have to find. Now the first occurrence, tell me the first occurrence and last occurrence. So output is going to your first occurrence. First occurrence, we say first occurrence and last occurrence and last occurrence. So now see, first occurrence of this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 only. 6. First occurrence is 6, even the last occurrence is 6. Okay. Understood. Now the first I am going to use by linear search, then I will go binary search. Okay. So I am writing the simple approach, or you can say that simple method. So you can even run a for loop, and for I equal to 0 to n minus 1. So you run a for loop for I equal to 0 to n minus 1. Then take first equal to, then take first equal to minus 1, and last equal to last index. First I am taking as minus 1, means first occurrence. I am assuming that it is minus 1, and last occurrence also as the minus 1. Okay, both I am assuming as a minus 1. Now third, when so when we find element first, when we find element first time, then we update, then we update, first equal to I. Okay, so when we find element first, okay, when we find element first, then we update the first equal to I. So with that, where it is the index, I will update there. Now next, we always update last, and we are here I am just going to update first once. So when we find element first time, when we find the element first time, then we update first, then we are going to update first. Okay, and here we always update the last is equal to I whenever we find the element. So whenever we find the element, we are going to update the last. Understood? And after that, fifth point is we print first and last. First and last. Now you people tell me, if you implement that, see, I am not going to implement. It is easy. You have to just execute one for loop or while loop from I equal to 0 to n minus 1. Whenever you see that element, like if x equal to, so whenever you are running a for loop from I equal to 0 to n minus 1, you will check. You will initialize first and last variable as minus 1. Then you will check like this. Then you will check if x equal to your that array of I. If you will get this, then first time if you get this, then you will update first equal to I. Okay, and for rest of the time, then again if you are checking, then rest of the time, if x equal to a of I, then you update the last equal to I, then again last equal to I. Okay, see here, when we find the element first time, when we find the element the first time, then we update first, then we are going to update first, and we always update the last equal to I whenever we find the element. Understood? Now we print, after that we print first and last. So what is going to be the time complexity and space complexity? If you tell me, I will even take the some example and I will execute. Okay, tell me what is going to be the time complexity and space complexity, and if anyone having doubt, then you can tell me. I will take an array, then I will execute that. Time complexity is going to your big O of n minus 1 is going to be big O of n. So big O of n minus 1 is going to be n only, and space complexity is going to your big O of, because only constant we require for the first and last. Is it clear? Anyone is still having any doubt? Now I will go to the better approach that many of you have even told me, the binary search. By using binary search, we can implement that. Okay. So there is less chance for service based company, but for product based company there is high chance, because generally people say, sir, I will do linear search. Then they will ask you, can you modify the time complexity? Yes, you can modify it. Then how? Then write the code. Now we are going to write. Okay. So an efficient solution of this, an efficient solution of this problem is to use binary search. Now after that, we are even going to start last 33 years previous year questions of time complexity. Okay, recurrence we have seen, asymptotic we have seen. For time complexity also we are going to. Okay, so first is for the, first is for the first occurrence, first occurrence of a number, so I am writing for the first occurrence of a number. Okay, yeah, good evening Tanvi, good evening. Okay, so this is the first occurrence. For first occurrence, what we are going to do, what is the problem? So let me first write the problem. If x is present, see, if x is present in array, then return, returns the index, then return the index of occurrence first occurrence of x in array, and array index is starting from 0 1 2 till n minus 1. Okay, otherwise return minus 1, otherwise return minus 1. Okay, so this I will going to write first occurrence of a number. Okay, I am going to write two functions. One function is going to give me the first occurrence of the element. So it is saying that if x is present in array, then returns the index of first occurrence of x, in array 0 to n minus 1. Otherwise return minus 1. Otherwise you return minus 1. Is it clear? Can I go to the next slide? Now I will write the code. So I have told you the problem statement. Understood? Anyone having any doubt? Is it clear? Now write the code. So int is a return type, because in first int array. Now int low. So int array. See, this is your array. Int low. It's going to have the lowest index, means the least index, means from the leftmost index. Low means leftmost index. Int high means, so int first and then array. This is the array. So int low is the leftmost index, int high is the rightmost index, x is the element that you need to search, and n is the size of the array. Okay, n is the size of the array. Now if high is greater than equal to low, then only we will go. I is always going to be greater than equal to 2, then only we are going to get inside. Okay, if this is the case, then I will find mid. Okay, so I need to declare int mid. I need to declare int mid. I need to declare int mid. दे दो निशु आप, मैं नहीं दे सकता ना, ठीक है आप दे दो. So int mid, okay, it's int mid. So how to find the mid? There are two ways: high plus low by 2, or low plus the difference high minus low by 2. You find the mid. Okay, you find the mid. Now you will check whether that mid element is it equal to that array, means that mid element of that array, whether it is it equal to x. So here also I am going to find the, going to compare with the mid element. Okay, so I find the first the mid element. Now if array of that mid, is it equal to that element that I am searching? If it is the case, see there we can have more the occurrence of that element x. So only by just getting x, it is not going to give me the first occurrence, because I can have a duplicates value. See here, duplicate also we are having. See 7, 8. So 8 by 4, if you will do, you are going to get 2. You are going to get 2. So you got 5. You got 5. So you have to also check that this is the first occurrence. Means if you are getting, see, it is in a sorted array. So if is the first occurrence of this element, then either the index of this is going to be 0. See, please try to concentrate here. What I am saying here, if you are having some array like 1, 3, 5, 5, this array only 5, then 5, then 5, then 7, then 1, 2, 3. Let's assume 1 to 2 and 1 to 5. So total element, how many you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 element I am having. Okay. So it is not 8. Index was 8. So total 9 element I am having. Okay. Total 9 element I am having. Now 9 by 2, I will find the mid. 9 by 2 is going to your 4. Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there I am going to do mid plus high 0. 1 minute. Let me use the execute the code only. 7, 8. So because n by 2 if I will do, then it will be mistake. Okay, then it will be mistake. Why? Tell me, if I will do n by 2, then what is going to be the mistake here? What is going to be the mistake here? Please let me know. If I will do n by 2, then what is going to be the mistake here? Because we are starting the index from 0 to 8. Okay, so low is your 0, then high minus 0 is your 4. Sorry, 8. High minus is low is your 8. 8 by 2 is going to your 4. Okay, so I'm directly writing 4. Okay, directly writing 4. Now this is your element you got, and you are searching for the element 7. You are searching for the element 7. Now let's assume here you are searching for the element 5. Here you are searching for the element 5. You got the mid element as 5 only. You got the mid element as 5. Okay, so are you going to return the that 4 as the first occurrence? No. So what you have to check, whether in the left hand side are you having the smaller element with 5. Means if you will get like you got 4. Okay, now let's assume your mid is 2. You got mid 2. I'm just assuming that you got mid is equal to 2. You got mid equal to 2. So if you get mid equal to 2, that the value 5, then if you will do minus 1, mid minus 1, you will check that mid minus 1 element should be smaller than x. Should be smaller than x. That 5, it should be smaller than 5, that is 3. Then only you can say that this is the first occurrence. Are you getting it? समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? देखिए मैंने मीट किया तो मुझे एलिमेंट 5 मिला, जब 4 किए तो 5 मिला. मैं मीट एज्यूम कर रहा हूँ कि 2 है हमारे पास. मीट का जो हमारा इंडेक्स है 2 है. जब इंडेक्स 2 है तो हमें 5 मिल गया, वैल्यू में 5 मिला. तो आप कैसे बोल सकते हो कि ये फर्स्ट ऑकरेंस है? उसके जो पहले एलिमेंट जो होगा वो तो इससे छोटा होना चाहिए ना, बिकॉज द एरे इज स्टार्टिंग इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. Okay, if it will have like, see here, if you getting 5 here also, but the less one is again having only 5, again having is 5. Okay, means it is not the first occurrence. So we have to check whether if that element, if it is equal to mid, then we have to again check the left after one left of that mid minus one element. Mid minus one element I have to check whether it is smaller than x. This is condition one. Other condition is either this may be the correct one, or there can be another possibilities, or there can be the other possibilities that let us assume that mid come as 0. Okay, let us assume mid come as 0. I'm erasing this. Let's assume that after doing execution you got that mid is equal to 0. Mid is equal to 0, you got mid equal to 0. Now this 0 is equal to 5. Now there is no leftmost element. Now there is no leftmost element. It means now at that time you need to search, is mid equal to 0? Means, like if you are having 5 only, and if you are searching 5, then the first occurrence of that element is going to your 0 only na? Are you getting it? If I will give you the array which is having only 5 like this, only 5 then the first occurrence is going to your this, and last occurrence is going to your this. But first, now I am concentrating on the first occurrence, so this is going to your first occurrence. Am I clear? Please let me know. समझ में आ रहा है सभी को? हमें यहाँ दो चीजें देखनी पड़ेगी, जो हमारा मिड का जो इंडेक्स है, क्या उससे वो वैल्यू हमें मिड को जो इंडेक्स पे जो एरे है वो वैल्यू एक्स की इक्वल है। अगर एक्स के इक्वल है तो उसे देखना है कि उसके लेफ्ट में उससे छोटा होना चाहिए, उससे छोटा होना चाहिए। अगर छोटा है तभी वो स्टार्ट, मतलब वही स्टार्ट हुआ है, 5 स्टार्ट हुआ है, ठीक है। और एक केस क्या हो सकता है कि वो इंडेक्स मीडी हमारा 0 हो गया, मीडी हमें 0 मिला है, ठीक है। सो वी हैव टू चेक बोथ दी केसेस, वी हैव टू चेक बोथ दी केसेस. So now we will write the code like so. If a array of mid, yeah, two cases हमें देखना पड़ेगा. If when array of mid is equal to x, when it is equal to x, then we have to also check that. And so if this is the case, then x, then 1 minute, then mid should be, or let's assume then x should be greater than. What happened? X should be greater than array of mid minus one element. Okay, it should be greater than, उससे बड़ा होना चाहिए, जो m minus one एलिमेंट उससे बड़ा होना, तभी हम बोल सकते हैं कि यहाँ से array एलिमेंट स्टार्ट हुआ है. So that mid minus one element, so I should write mid minus one. Here I am writing just m. I should write mid minus one. Okay, mid minus one. Then only we can say that it is greater than, that is going to be the first one. m की जगह mid होगा, correct. So this is one case, either this is the case, one case, or the other possibility is that mid should be equal to 0. Because if mid is equal to 0, we are not going to go mid minus 1. Are you getting it? So these two condition I need to search along with that. So this is one case. If this case satisfied, then this case, either this case or this case, you need to satisfy. Then only you can say that that mid is going to be the first occurrence. So here we have modified the binary search. So along with, by finding the mid element, what I am doing, I am checking whether the mid minus element is it greater, whether x is greater than mid minus one element. If it is greater, then only it is going to be the first occurrence. Or in case, if by dividing mid by 2, if I got mid is equal to 0, means that mid is only the, by dividing we got that starting index as the mid. Okay, so these two are the case. Please let me know anyone having any doubt. If this is true, then we are going to return mid, means we got the first occurrence, and mid is going to be the first occurrence of that element. Please let me know whether it is clear or not. समझ में आया सभी को? This way saying clear, sir? Fine. Fine. Now this is the case. If, then fine. Now else if. Now else if. Yeah. Madhura is saying yes, sir. Clear, sir? Fine. Now else if. Okay. Now that element that you have find, the element that you need to search is greater than array of mid. Like same the way we used to do in binary search, that element is greater than mid element. It means now you need to search that element in right hand side. So you need to again call that function. That function name is first. That name is first. You need to send the array because its first parameter is array. Then you need to send the low. So low is going to your mid plus 1 because you need to start from the right hand side, right side of the right half of the array. So that is going to be mid plus 1. High is going to be same. Then x is going to be same and size of the array is going to remain same. Else on array and now low will remain same. It means now x is greater than, sorry, x is smaller than, okay, x is smaller. Now x is smaller, else means x is smaller, then you need to go to left, okay, left half. So that you need to search in mid minus 1. Clear है ना सभी को? Is it clear to all of you? See, because of that only I have taught you first linear search and binary search, then I have come to the algorithm, okay, then x, then n. So these algorithms implementation are going to ask in your gate as well as in your product based company. While solving the questions, it is going to come. Okay. So you return, so this you should return this, you should return this, you should return this, okay, because when it's calling, so it should return, so it should return this whatever value this function is going to return. You should return to this call function, to this original call, okay. Now the if condition is done. Now this, see, this if condition is done. If high is greater than low, then this condition is done. Now after execution of this if condition, if you haven't written anything, okay, if you haven't written, means unsuccessful, like high is not greater than equal to low, okay, unsuccessful, then you are going to return -1, then you are going to return -1. So the function is finished. Please let me know whether it is clear or not. So this was we are having in the if case only, okay. So if high is greater than low, then only you will go inside that, then you are going to return, okay. And if you are not going to get correct, means if this condition will fail, if this condition will fail, then you have to return -1. So if it will not get the element, let's assume you are having 1 2 3 4 5 and you are searching the element x equal to 6, then this is not going to be, so array of mid is never going to your x, you are never going to get x, okay. So what will happen, it will keep on doing mid, then it will be unsuccessful search, then it will go and the condition will get violated after some execution. High will not be greater than low, then it will return -1 and then you are going to get -1 as the output. Understood? Anyone? Is it clear or is it required to take an array and to execute this function? If you will tell me, I will take one array and I can execute this algorithm one by one. Please let me know whether it is required to take an array and to execute. Now see the last occurrence. Now function, second function for the last occurrence of a number, for the last occurrence of a number. So in that way only we are going to write. So if x is present, in array, if x is present in array, then returns the index, then return the index of last occurrence, then return the index of last occurrence of x in array 0 1 2 till n-1, otherwise return -1, otherwise return -1. Any condition like 1 2 3. So initially what will happen, 0 1 2, okay. So if you take mid is going to your 1, Now this one, you are searching the element 4. See, you are searching the element 4. When it will go, you are searching. So it will go in the right hand side because mid is not equal to your 4. So you will search the array and mid plus 1, 2, because x is greater than mid, then high is going to a 3 only. Okay. Now again, if you will do the difference, low is your 2, 3 minus 1 is 1, 1 by 2 is going to your 0. Okay, so 2 plus 0 you are going to get 1. See, where the condition will get violated. See, 2 plus 0 you are going to get here 2. Now again that mid is not equal to this, again that mid is not equal to 4. Then again you are going to call, you will think that in the right hand side of the means right half of the array you will get that. So again you will call the array, and now mid plus you are going to do mid plus you are going to do, so you are going to do 3, and see, high is going to 0 to high. So high should be 2. This should be 2. This should be 2. This should be 2 because high is 2. Then 2. See now. Now see, low is greater. See, now low is greater than high because you are assuming that this may be the in the right hand side. You are assuming that this may be the right, but it is not in your array. That's why the condition get violated. Yeah. Is it clear now? In the same way I will write. I am going to return the index, so I am going to write int. Okay, same way int. Then name of this function is last, and the array is going to your int array, then int low, then int high. Okay, the element int x. Okay, int x. So and also int n is required. If you don't want, you can leave it. You can leave it. So, but if you will take the size of n, it will be good way to use your function, because we are writing a function can be used in some other function call also, means some other program also. So if you are providing in, then in somewhere if you will use, it may be used. Okay, so you also find pass the parameter intent, so you should write here. Okay, since I am not having space, so that's why I'm writing here. Okay, so now, so int last, int array, this is the array, int low, int high, int x, int n. Now again you will check if high greater than equal to low, then only you will go inside, otherwise you will return -1. Okay, now you will declare one variable int mid. That mid should be equal to low plus high minus low by 2. You are going to get mid element. So now you will check if, now here again you need to concentrate. Now again when array of mid, when array of mid is equal to x, that element you are searching. Now along with that you have to check. See, there you have checked the left element, not leftmost, left element. Okay, now here you have to check the right element of which element? Mid. Are you getting it? Because you find the mid element is it equal to x, like 555, you find this element as mid, that is equal to x. Now again you have to check that in right hand side it should not be 5. Okay, means you have to check that there is something other than x. Now tell me how to verify that it is, yeah, right element of mid. Very good, Nisu. Now how to verify that this is the right, this is the last occurrence of that, this is the last occurrence of that, after that. So it should be, if it, since it is an increasing order, so the, if this is your mid, then after that if it is the last occurrence, and if you are having some element here, if it is the last occurrence of that x, if it is the last occurrence of x, if it is the last occurrence, then, and after that if you are having some element, then that element must be greater than 5, must be greater than 5. So either 6 or 7 or 8, because since it is an increasing order. Yeah, very good, Rathod. So x value should be smaller than array mid plus. Very good. So this is one condition that we have to check. This is one condition. So x, along with that, x should be smaller than array of mid plus 1. Mid plus 1. That should be smaller than. Or this is the case, or means you are having, or assume that you are having only, or you are not having rightmost name. This is the last occurrence and you are not having any element. Then how to check again? Now this is the last occurrence. Okay, last occurrence. So it means now mid should be equal to n minus 1, not equal to. If mid is equal to n minus 1, then only it is the last occurrence. There should not be. So if it is having some element, then it should be. So there are two cases. If it is the last occurrence, then it may be the last index. It may be the last index, or if it is not the last index, then the mid plus one element should be greater than this. Should be greater than this. So either this condition satisfied, or mid should be equal to your n minus 1. Mid should be equal to your n minus 1. Understood? Understood? Anyone having any doubt, please let me know. So now this is closed here. This is closed here. For this is the, and for this outer. Okay. See, let's assume you are having some element like 5 5 5. You are having that, and you got that mid is, because your mid is going to be find the last occurrence, so it will go to the last. This like 5, it will go. Now if it is the last occurrence and the array is having only this, like only 5 5 5, array is finished and is the last occurrence. And if it is the last occurrence, then how you can check that it is the last occurrence? Then mid value should be mid is the index only. Mid should be equal to your n minus 1. Mid should, only then you can say that now, that after that there is no other element. Is it clear, Madhura? So there are two cases. If it is the, if it is the last occurrence, see, if it is the last occurrence, like if it is the last occurrence of some element, x is your 5, you are searching, then there are two cases. After x there should be some element, or there should not be any element. So after that there is no element. If there is no element, then mid should be equal to your n minus 1. And if it is not last element, means if array is not finished, not last element, then we need to check that x should be smaller than array of m minus 1, m plus 1, that index, because this is the mid. So it should be greater, some value should be greater, then only we can say that, yeah, this is the last occurrence. Understood? Because since it is an increasing order, so if it is the last position of that, so after that if array is having something, then it must have something greater number. See, there I have written in the problem statement that array index will start from 0 to n minus 1. So if this is the case, now let me erase this. Now if this is the case, then we have to return mid. We got the index and even the last occurrence. Understood? Now otherwise, else if, same way, else if, see, if you are writing, then you can write it. If you have not written, then please write it. If you're done with the writing, then you can let me know. Now else if where is that? Now you people tell me. Now if x is smaller than array of mid, if that mid element is greater, yeah, welcome to win. If that mid element is greater, then how to do? Let me know. Now you people tell me, if mid element is greater, then how to call the function return return last array. What is going to change here? What is going to change here? If your mid element is greater, what is going to change here? Either low or high? Tell me. Sorry. Please let me know. If your mid element is greater than x, then what is going to change? ये तो बताना चाहिए ना. You should tell me this because I have taught you so many things. After this, you should answer me. Please comment. You are saying low. See, if that element, if your element x is the some element, you got it, and if it is smaller than, means x is your smaller than, x is your smaller than mid, you got somewhere mid here, that element is it smaller. Yeah, you are going to left check, you are going to, very good Imam, you are going to left check. So low will be as it is, you are not going to change low, you will change the high na. So you need to change from, you need to search only here. Yeah, left check. So you need to change high, sorry, mid minus 1. You need to do mid minus 1. So high will get changed. It is going to be mid minus 1. Very good. Imam and Abhishek, very good. So it's going to be mid minus 1. Yeah, very good, Nisu. Now search the element x and give the index, search the element x and the size n. Okay. So array low mid minus 1 x n. Else return last array. Low is going to be changed here, low is going to your mid plus 1, means now x is greater than your mid, high will be as it is, element x, size will be n, then return if the condition is false. See, if I have closed the if, now in, see this first, I have closed the if, but this is not closed. So if it is unsuccessful search, then return minus. Try to find the time complexity. What is going to be the time complexity of that? What is going to be the time complexity and space complexity? So it's a modification of a binary search. It's a modification of binary search. It's a modification of a binary search. So it will take the time complexity and space complexity same as your binary search. So the time complexity is going to your, please let me know what is going to be the time complexity, what is going to be the space complexity, what is going to be the space complexity and time complexity. So time complexity is going to be log of n and space complexity is also going to be log of n, because whenever you are dividing, whenever you are reducing the size of the array by 2 and again by 2, then the space is going to your big of log n. Okay, and even if you are dividing by 2 or multiplying by 2, always the time complexity is going to your big of log n. Okay, understood? This kind of problems we have seen in the time complexity. We are having some loop, we are multiplying by 2, we are dividing it by 2. Okay, are you able to recall that? So this is the best approach. So you got it, that time complexity is going to be big of n and space complexity you got as big of log n. Fine. Hope you have enjoyed the session.